Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Penalties over. First down and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
First play from scrimmage. Newton going to throw it. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. The first carry now. This is Williams. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
The last run got 6. Now second and 4. Again, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there, first down. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Thanks to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
They'll try the air now with Newton. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out in the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Give him 2 on the play there. And that enables him to also pick up the first.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. They'll go option to the short side. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And here's a quick throw to Hamler on the edge. And they'll work this down inside the 30. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the run out of the play. He took the option out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Now it's Newton. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
let's face it, everybody at the start of a game has a mental image of how they expect it to go, and I think that was going exactly as they scripted it offensively. Moving the ball well, seemingly in control, and that fumble, that's got to be a little bit deflating, don't you think?
Yeah, foiled the whole plan there, turned the ball over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Look to me. We're taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now gone. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Gone. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And returning it, here's Hamler. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And they will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. That time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end and have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now, and it's London with the football as they've got it with a third down coming up. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Okurobunom. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 44-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. His throw there, complete to Hamler. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness. Just about got him into the end zone.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Cam Newton scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Monarchs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0.
Monarchs 7, Lions nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Offense ready to kick off their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Back to throw. Goff. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And it's pulled in by St. Brown over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Gibbs, and they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
that was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run on first down. Gibbs. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. 35 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. A pretty well-executed run. They were telling us yesterday, Charles, they were hoping to get everybody in sync, the line, the backs, and everybody looked in sync on that play.
They were in sync, and the field tilted. And that's where we get the term running downhill, because when you've got that kind of momentum and everyone's doing it properly as you just described, it does feel like they are coming from downhill to you as a defender, and that is really hard to stop.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
They'll take over first down and 10 at their own 20.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's Newton. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and the Lions are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
53 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. A man over the middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, 76! 76! 76!
Here's Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. And what I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position to be in the right spot, as he was there to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
On 2nd and 12, Goff being chased out left.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Now, he reminded us that he was a 1,000-yard receiver a year ago as he starts off week 1 picking up right where he left off. He told us at the end of the preseason he was primed for a big year. He just gave us excellent evidence of his belief.
On 1st and 10, Goff.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Whirling! We go, 76! 76!
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted.
Picked off by Kawhi Williams.
I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
He's got a man, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
First down, London.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Newton. A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 4-yard line.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Newton to throw. And he's got it.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this third quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Goff now looking to throw.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Goff. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he can do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Off play action. Here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Value three, value three. Super.
From the 50, it's Goff. Looking left side, and it's complete.
And he's going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run on first down. Gibbs. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
76, 76, 76.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibbs, and they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Second and 1, if people want to run the football, this is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Play action. It's gone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate. Those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down now, it's Gibbs. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they throw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
We're good, we're good. Ric Flair.
Goff now to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a first down throw. Goff. And he will find his big tight end over the middle.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down where they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, let's go. Go, ground. Ground. Ground.
Now it's gone. He finds his man, complete. It's Gibbs. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a first and goal.
To throw is gone. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Lions are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
They'll take over. First down and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Working with a 2nd and 4. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Goff. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there? This has been a tough game. To throw on 2nd and 10. Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Again, Goff. And this one too low.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. From the red zone now, Goff. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they send a man in motion right. On first down, Gibbs. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will come out to the 25 as Handler elects not to return it. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit. You tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
That's complete to Williams out of the backfield.
Finding space at the 40.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
So when your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
On 2nd and 12, Newton. He'll get this one to Patrick.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Newton. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise on your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They snap it to Newton. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Gibbs. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Go, go, go.
Goff. He finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the pickup there, 26 yards. Well, they have had no answer for this connection all night long.
Yeah, you just have to think in a 2-minute situation, that's got to be a concentration lap. You know they're going to go back to him with the game that he's been having.
They'll run on first down. Gibbs. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop it behind the line. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on second and goal here. Goff now to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Listen.
Now it's gone. The quick slant caught. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick here is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely to take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
First throw in overtime for Newton. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a third down and 6. Big play coming up. Back to throw, Newton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Newton.
Screen play set up for Williams.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Brandon, that's a huge completion there. That puts him in field goal range, but let's face it, they don't want 3 here. They want 6. With these overtime rules, a touchdown finishes it off.
Yeah, looking to win it right away. Good to know, though, that they have 3 in their back pocket if they need it. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On 2nd and 12, Newton.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Cam to throw. Got a man complete. It's Hamler.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 17-yard line. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Williams running left. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
70 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Newton. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for our visitors, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure